Welcome back, we're the Bourbon Junkies. He's Dan, I'm Sean. Why are you looking, is it Marv? Which one is the crazy one from Home Alone? Because you got that hair rocking right now.
I don't know the names of the tall one.
Yep. Anyways, ECVP.
The new one.
Intro.
The A123.
So does it feel awkward to have this base? I mean, we got it in January. We normally get these about May-ish.
This is the first time ever.
The B batches are coming out.
Elijah Craig, ECVP, there's 3 batches every year. There's an A, there's a B, and there's a C, if you're wondering.
If you don't know, now you know.
This is A, meaning the first one.
A, which it'll be 1, and then B will be 5, and then C will be 9.
It's just
you can probably figure out the month they come out in then.
This is still 12 years old.
Yep.
I'm just waiting. Someday you and I will receive a release. It will have no age.
But they're basically like $80 now.
Yeah, sure.
Across the board. They used to be 60.
Well, they're 80, like, market is, yeah.
I know, but everywhere marks them up to $80 now.
Yes.
I don't know the last time I've seen one at SRP, which I think is 70 now.
We don't even see them almost at all. Thanks, huge shout out to Zach for helping us obtain this bottle from Bourbon Kingdom. Some people say we're a lot alike, our channel in there, so if you like us, you might like them.
2 dudes just drinking bourbon, having a good time.
2 dudes and the girls never came. This smells phenomenal.
Yeah, it does.
It actually smells really good.
It smells like really fatty. Like it has that funk, it's heavy, it's oily.
It's not markery, which is such a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
I love that.
The last batch had markers.
It's like a toffee.
Yeah, it's not nutty. Oh, I like
it's
that.
It's like toffee, because it's that dark, but it's almost like, it almost smells crunchy. That smells great. I don't know, I can smell this for a while. It's like a nice fruity medium
I get like
roast.
a nice caramel latte off of it,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Like it's sweet, but there's not a lot of like fruitiness off of it. Man, I like that.
Have you looked at the front of this bottle yet?
No.
I want you to guess the proof. What after you drink it?
Okay. 128.
Yeah, pretty close, 125.6.
That's a little warm right there. That's
it's
my first
warm.
whiskey of the day.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
Because my stomach said about 150, but I knew it was first whiskey of the day. You gotta dial it back a little bit.
My
We came up with
esophagus
128.
voted.
Yeah.
Over 140.
And what we came up with was fire.
This,
that's really good,
honestly, it has more of the on profile on the palate than does the nose for me.
You mean a little bit more woody nuttiness?
Like the nuttiness, the Heaven Hill nut.
It's just soap, don't worry about that.
I get, you know what, almost like a cherry cordial, I think, but like a dark chocolate
I had to get
cherry
a little bit
cordial.
more. Yeah.
Almost like not hyper milk chocolate sweet.
Man, but that fatty oiliness just is
think,
so dense in this thing.
I think I'm equating that fattiness to like a heavy cream. I think that's why.
Okay.
But it is dark, like
so
dark
it's got to have
chocolate.
that like creamy filling around the cherry cordial.
We're talking like a nice cordial, not those cheap, nasty ones.
So you're talking Cadbury egg with a cherry in it.
With a cordial in it?
With a cherry in it, yeah.
Those would be phenomenal, dude. And if you got like, every once in a while you get an egg with 2 cherries in it, kind of like when you crack an egg and there's 2 yolks, it's the same experience. You feel like you've like lucked out. That smells fantastic, honestly. It really does. Like a dark chocolate covered strawberry. Like there's a red fruitiness and there's a sweetness
Just
in there.
a hint.
I go with the dark chocolate.
It might open up more.
Dark chocolate feels heavy.
Dude, that lingers forever. And I know it is barrel proof, but it sits on the tongue. It totally coats it. Like that oiliness, I think, really helps you to roll it around and not completely die for proof.
Listen, that's one of the, I feel like that's
better
probably
A batches?
better than C of last year.
I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah. C was, I mean, if it wasn't in the room that's freezing. Okay.
I don't know, listen, that's good whiskey. I think at the $80 price range, what would your grade be?
I mean, there's still an A. Okay, how much do you have? Okay, so take my glass and just keep your nose
like a little ways away from
half
it?
an inch away.
Okay.
I get a slightly waxy, markery note.
Yeah,
just right at the top.
that's-
I mean, it's so slight, and I'm looking for it as the only reason.
I don't equate it to marker. I agree with the waxy.
There's
but
like, it's probably just proof. But there is a sharpness in there a little bit. I don't get it in the palate. It's just down a little bit. What you doing there?
getting a different one.
Why?
I just want to see. This is C918.
We liked every C ever. So you want to go a few years back in time?
I'm in danger.
Real quick before we go on with the review, we want to talk about a little Into the AM action.
Yup.
They happen to be the sponsor of today's video.
And
We maybe have a new collab coming.
look at it.
I don't know, maybe I'll just look around over here.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh. So we started with the Voyage and we're ending with the Virtue Vibes. Which
Yup.
This is something that we always wanted when we started working with Into the AM, having a nice little pocket logo, having that little hit there with a full detail back. Another amazing collab. We will let you guys know when that's dropping, but in the meantime, you can head on over to intotheam.com/bourbonjunkies. It's in the link below. For all your clothing needs, you can go get some basic tee bundles, which I highly recommend. Yes. The graphic tees, the hoodies, the joggers, underwear, they got everything for you in this new year. Thank you to Into the AM for working with us, as always. Are you wearing their underwear?
I actually am, swear to God. But yeah, needless to say, great clothes, great people too, great company to work with, and everybody that buys stuff from them in our community has been really satisfied, which is awesome as well. So we love working with Into the AM. Thank you guys for supporting us and supporting Into the AM as well.
Back to the video. What was your grade? I'm sorry.
I don't know, because this always for me is one of those bottles where unless it's off profile, I just have to like understand that I realize why people love it so much.
Okay.
And it's not for me. Because if you put me in a room full of like 20 whiskeys, and this was one of the whiskeys, and the other 20 were still reasonable, good whiskeys, I wouldn't grab this ever.
You wouldn't grab it?
I'd never grab it.
Really?
No, because it just like doesn't like check like I want sweeter. I want like, the finish is great, but it's dark, and it's like woodier.
But for the same reason, if I go to a bar and all they have is Wild Turkey 101, I'll buy it.
I agree.
But if I go to a bar and this is there, reasonably priced for a pour, $7, $9, or something like that probably, I'll get that.
7 is like well at this point.
Man.
$7?
Yeah, but there's still places around here that do like $4, $5 101s.
Do they?
You think this is $10 on the list
I bet
somewhere?
that's 15.
Oh. What do we do when?
I don't know. It's not us. It's not you and I.
I don't feel like we're old enough to be talking about this being heyday whiskey.
That exists on C918 too if you do the same thing.
Really? Up high?
Yep.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Oh, that's sweeter though.
Yeah, but it's still what you're talking about is there, which is weird because we've never. The last A batch kind of spoiled some stuff apparently because we never got that before. And now we definitely did not get it on C918.
That smells way brighter, sweeter, more upfront sugar. In your face sweetness.
I would say like if I were a huge Elijah Craig fan, this is an A+. Yeah. For me personally, it's like a B+ or an A- range. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good whiskey. It's still priced great. It still has an age statement on it, which is great. They're still good. This is way better than last year's A.
I'll never be upset to just drink this. How about that? I mean, it's a staple in the whiskey community for a reason. I don't know. It's good, not great.
C918 slaps the shit out of that.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what the difference is? That's so weird how many of those notes exist here, but this and the whole finish gets fruitier. It just becomes fruitier somehow, magically.
Do you just care less about these the more and more? Like, I don't know the last time we've had one that was like, literally like, damn, that's life-changing.
It had to be like 2 years ago, right?
Maybe. Probably like one of the C batches, like C920 or something. But I mean, they're good. They're always a standard.
If it was like, the problem is the profile.
If I was a person that was like, I only had a couple bottles at a time, it'd be good to have one of these on the shelf.
You have to have one, I agree.
But if you're like collecting, chasing whiskey, I don't.
I'd rather have Stag Junior. I'd rather have Ish, they're barrel proof. I'd rather have Rare Breed from Turkey. Who makes like a comparable barrel proofs? I'm trying to think of like whose I'd pick over there.
They're all just hard to find. You just buy Rare Breed.
No, I know, but these are kind of hard to find too.
Yeah.
In some places. For us, they're impossible to find, honestly.
Just asinine.
But it is cool as well. Listen, they're way better than Booker's. Yeah. Those are more expensive.
That's a 9-year barrel proof.
It's not as good as Stag Junior EH barrel proof, but those are harder to find, right?
Yeah.
Rare Breed's easier to find and cheaper. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, way better.
Oh, yeah, that's way more RSP.
And around the same price.
Sweetness. Yeah.
Also hard to find now, though. Dang it.
What the fuck is going on with whiskey? Man, the more this opens up, the more I just smell that.
Oh no,
that nutty
we're
marker.
going down that. See, I do get the nuttiness. What the weird part is, I've never gotten on 18. I know I didn't rinse this glass, but there was almost none in here, and I poured almost like 3/4 of an ounce of the 918.
It's got to be something in their whiskey, their process, that we just now notice really off of that batch.
Yeah.
God
well, you know when like it's just like when somebody points something out that is actually there.
Yeah.
And then you realize how freaking often it's there. Oh, you wanted an Audi, and now you see Audis everywhere. It's like that effect.
No, it's like that part in the movie where we're like, wait, you didn't notice this?
Yeah.
Now all I can see is that.
It is.